TJ Pierce, this is the Mosby Chapter 2 pre-webinar homework, and the assignment was to give a basic synopsis of what the chapter discussed. So the first part of the chapter went into homeostasis, and homeostasis is just finding balance within the bodily systems. So balancing your blood sugar, your sleep-wake cycles. If we're looking at it from the eastern side, we'd be calling them doshas, so looking at balancing the earth and the wind and the water and the fire within your system. As homeostasis, the homeostasis is regulated by feedback loops. So feedback loops essentially find excessive or minimal amounts of various hormones in the blood and make corrections. So, for instance, if you had too much sugar and there's too much sugar in your blood, the feedback loop is going to be to release some insulin to get the blood out of the get the sugar out of the blood and into the muscles and into the liver. So that's an example of a feedback loop, and those exist for all the organs and the various parts of the brain as well. So they're a major part in maintaining homeostasis via feedback loops. There are positive and negative feedback loops. Another part discussed in the chapter was body rhythms. So body rhythms have to do with your sleep-wake cycles, your digestive cycles, all those various things, maintaining, again, homeostasis in your body. So disruptions to the body rhythms could be being up late one night, so you've disrupted your sleep rhythm, and so that's a circadian rhythm, and then that rhythm can in turn affect one of your ultradian rhythms, such as digestion. So a late night out affects your digestion for the next day. Again, maybe affects your blood sugar. That in turn requires a feedback loop to go back to maintaining homeostasis in the body. A big part of the chapter was causes of diseases. The basics of it are if your immune system is suppressed, you're going to be set up for disease. So the first thing we want to look at in disease is the strength of the immune system. So again, what are people eating, how's their sleep, etc. As the immune system is suppressed, then we get opened up to the various types of disease. So disease can be caused by pathogens, so viral and bacterial infections, genetic components to disease. Also talked about inflammation was a big part of it. So inflammation is characterized by heat, pain, and swelling. To deal with inflammation in the acute or the early stages, we try to use ice for roughly 20 minutes to reduce some of the swelling on and off. And then the latter stages, we start to work more manual therapies to increase circulation of the blood in the lymph, passive stretching to increase range of motion to inhibit some of the pain. Anti-inflammatory medications can be given to help with some of the inflammation. Other things discussed were pain. So pain is it's a very subjective quality to each person. So pain can be caused from direct trauma, so a car accident, getting punched, whatever the case may be. Pain can also be of a chronic nature, so it can be from an old injury. It can be from an autoimmune disease. So pain is the main thing that the book came across is that pain is very subjective, and it's to help you dig deeper into finding out what's going on in the body. And so that's where there's all the disease terminology and different pain terminology to help us as practitioners and therapists to decide what's the best course of action. Pain, they broke it down into acute and chronic. So acute is, again, just the early onset. Chronic is long-term lasting pain. What else did I talk about? I talked about referral pain. So referral pain is any time that there's inflammation in an organ. So organs don't have nociceptors. So organs kind of display or exhibit their pain through the muscles that they share nerves with. And that is considered a referral pain. So for instance, if someone's having a heart attack or heart pain, it's kind of on the right pectoralis, can go all the way down the arm into the fifth digit. Liver and gallbladder can refer up into the upper and back part of the neck, the inferior aspect of the scapula, and a little bit and straight anterior from that. So those are all examples of referred pain. The chapter also talked about health. Health essentially as a maintenance of homeostasis. It breaks down into essentially purpose, nutrition, recovery, and movement. So someone living without purpose falls easily victim to late nights, poor quality foods, bad decisions in general, because they don't tend to know where they're going with their life, versus someone that's living with purpose isn't going to stay up late, isn't going to eat those foods simply because they know it's going to affect their health, and their poor health isn't going to be in line with anybody's purpose. Nutrition is another major part of living a healthy life, and essentially you are what you eat. So whatever you put in your body, that's going to be your tissue. That's going to make up your eyes, your bones, all your different organs. So food that's of low quality, highly processed, non-organic, hormones, pesticides, things like that, don't tend to make very healthy people or very healthy organs. They also cause quite a bit of damage to the immune system, which again invites disease and discourages health. Recovery is a big part of health, and recovery is sleeping, is meditation, just times where we're quiet and at rest, allowing the body to heal and not taking on any additional stressors. And exercise or movement is a big part of health. Getting enough exercise helps pump blood, helps pump lymph, helps maintain muscle tissue, bone density, neuroplasticity in the brain. Excessive exercise can go the opposite way, creating muscle atrophy, joint inflammation, and opening one up to disease. So it needs to be kept in balance. And lastly, the chapter talked a little bit about the life cycle, which is conception, birth, the anabolic growth, and then eventually catabolic atrophy and decline into the death cycle. That is the basics of Chapter 2. Thank you.